Alright. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and it's spoiler season. Spoiler season has officially started, and we're going to be jumping right into it. Tonight we're going to be talking about the spoilers with open chat. I know a lot of people just give their feedback on the spoiler and then kind of move on, but we're going to be talking about them with live chat, so we'll get a lot of different input on it. I guess you could do the same with Reddit, but we're going to do it live. And then after that, we're just going to kind of get into some arena gameplay, just let the stream kind of decide where we're going. And then tomorrow night we've got more Patreon games, you know, the F&M decks that the community have been playing for the last season. And, you know, that's what we got heading down the pipeline. But for right now, let's get started with some spoilers. If you like the video, don't forget to give it that thumbs up. And if you like the content in general, subscribe to the channel. A lot of new changes coming up for this new year. What's up, everyone? Oh, Stream Boss, there you are. Bam! So we've got, you guys might notice the new background. Started playing around with the streamer or creator hub from Wizards of the Coast. Trying to work with Wizards a little bit more this year than I have in the past. So we're gonna be playing around with that. Well, hopefully we'll have some fun. Let's get rid of this timer. We don't need that anymore. But we're gonna be trying to. I'm gonna be trying to get into some streamer events and things of that nature, and it should be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you do, you know, let me know, like, if there's something that you would like to see, if there's some content you would like. Let me know. We'll approach that as it comes. But for right now, let's talk about these spoilers. Man, I may just. This is brutal. I might have to move this camera, and I don't know if I can do this with the new Streamlabs. So for those of you that don't know, I have been a big fan of classic OBS as far as streaming goes, and recently switched to Streamlabs OBS. This is the first stream on Streamlabs OBS, so let me know if you guys like it, dislike it, whatever, but I'm still getting used to the interface a little bit. So some of the things, just making those changes on the fly are going to be a little bit difficult, but all in all, we're going to have some fun. We've got a lot of just new things in the stream that you guys will discover as we're moving forward. Donation things and stuff like that. I mean, you can even put a mask on my face. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I'm sure someone's going to try it eventually. There is a link in the description box way down when it starts talking about Streamlabs for a way to do that if you guys want to check that out. But let's start talking about these spoilers, right? Let's see if I can get these out from behind my big head here. Alright, so that's no good, right? Man, the camera is just going to ruin it for me, isn't it? That's just going to be way too small for you guys to see. Oh man, what a good job I have done, right? And I can't move it. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, you can't see the art on Kaya, but we're going to talk about her anyway. Legendary Planeswalker Kaya, the +1 on Kaya is exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. You gain 2 life if at least one of at least one creature card was exiled this way. So, you know, get rid of that jumpstart card and a creature, gain a couple life. Keep doing that, that sort of thing. It might be good against like Phoenix decks and things like that. If more graveyard mechanics start becoming a thing, then this card might actually be decent. But for the most part, I'm not really fond of it, and it's mainly because of this -1 ability. -1, exile target non-land permanent. Exile target non-land permanent. Let's see if I can move her up a little bit. There we go. Exile target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less, right? So, yeah, okay, so any non-land permanent, as long as, yeah, 1 or less, come on. So basically she gets to remove nothing? Oh, there better be a lot of 1-drops. Might be good against the mono white decks, things like that. They've got a lot of 1-drops and stuff. I mean, if it would have just made it 2 converted mana cost, that would have opened it up to a lot more, but jeez, this is... I mean, talk about... Like, we're constantly talking about how pushed certain cards are. Well, this particular card does not look pushed at all. Let's talk about her ultimate here, though, because you can get to that ultimate relatively quick. But let's say you uptick twice, you've exiled 4 cards from their graveyard, you ultimate her, she's going to deal damage to target player equal to the number of cards that player owns in exile, and you're going to gain that much life. So you kill her on turn 5. So turn 1 or turn 3 you tick her up, turn 4 you tick her up, turn 5 you kill her to do 4 damage and gain 4 life. Oh man, not pushed at all. What do you say, chat? Let's see. First impression, she's kind of underwhelming. Sideboard graveyard hate, I guess. Maybe. Okay, I can see that. Maybe a little sideboard graveyard hate. She's definitely playable in Legacy. Okay. Kaya is good in Legacy and Vintage. See, all right. So we've got a lot of people saying that they like this in older formats, but in our current format, we're not going to be able to do so well. No camera tonight. Well, actually, Rush, I can't even turn the daggum thing off right now. I can switch scenes, but I cannot actually move anything. I'm gonna have to play around with. I'm gonna have to play around with my. Ooh. Wait a minute. Hold on. We're still alive, right? We're still alive. Hold on. I might be able to do... Let's just move over here, right? I'll move over here in front of all this advertising. Yeah, we'll do that. I figured it out. Hey. Look at me. What a professional. What a professional. Right, we're going to fix our stream on stream, right? Oh. Anyway, before that, Rush said before that, actually like the Planeswalker deck Domri and the Dovin Bond better than the 3-drop Dovin Bond and Kyla. That might be possible. I mean, like, as far as standard play, yeah, maybe. Let's go on and move to Dovin Bond, because I don't think there's much else to really talk about, Kyla. Let's go to Dovin here. Dovin is a 3-mana walker that has 3 loyalty when it comes in. So Azorius colors in 1. 3 abilities like normal. 1+, 1-, and a -7. So it's going to take a long time to get to that -7. Unless we have extra help getting those loyalty counters. Well, let's read that first, +1. Until end of turn, when a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a loyalty counter on Dovin Grand Arbiter. Well, so you need to be in a fairly aggressive creature deck to really put some ticks up on Dovin. I mean, is that going to be a thing? The play design team seems to make the cards are more reliable in formats other than standard. Okay, well, fair enough. You always need cards that yes. Well, actually, my camera was always reversed before. I tried to reverse it here and lost about 5 frames. So I found that, like, if I'm not making the computer reverse the camera, then I no longer have to worry about losing those frames. So anywhere I can pick up extra frames per second, I'll take it. So now when I'm looking that way, well, y'all can't tell it. Anyway, I'm looking left. You guys see me looking the other way. Whatever. I don't think that that'll be a major problem, but we'll work on it. Anyway, yes, the play design team has been doing really good at, adding cards to the formats that are going to work in the more eternal formats. Let me turn this music down just a little bit while we talk about these. What happened to my chat? There we go. So, back to Dovin, Grand Arbiter here. Until end of turn, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a loyalty counter on Dovin. So, you need a couple creatures swinging to be able to really ramp up his loyalty counters. And that's not horrible, right? Like, I mean, we played with... Did we really play with Watley? I mean, Watley just gave you extra loyalty counters for just having the creatures, and we didn't find that to be that great. And then Watley would ultimate and give you, cards every single time. Now, I know you get to look at the top 10 cards and pick the best 3 amongst those. That is a huge ultimate. I mean, if your deck can't win with getting the best 3 cards out of the top 10 of your library, I mean, you guys remember Dig Through Time? We were looking at 7 taking 2. And that was a broken card. So his ultimate's a little bit better than Dig Through Time. However, you got to have some deck building restrictions in order to get to that ultimate. Otherwise, you're just going to be uptick for no value whatsoever for like 4 turns, and then on the 5th turn you can actually ultimate him. So you're going to need to be hitting with something. Luckily, his -1, however, does create a 1/1 colorless artifact Thopter, colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying, and you gain a life. So -1 to gain a life, make a dude. That alone might make him playable. I don't really want to pay 3 mana for a Thopter, but there's some worlds out there where I would have definitely accepted any blocker whatsoever, and having a blocker on a stick doesn't seem too bad. If you are in a deck that is being kind of aggressive, maybe maybe we'll see favorable winds decks and things like that, where it's highly likely that there's a bunch of evasive, cheap creatures being played, and in that situation, Dovin might actually be really good. So, all in all, though, I'm not really sure how much I like Dovin Bond, or Dovin Grand Arbiter. I'm going to probably keep calling him Dovin Bond, but whatever. Oh, Lord Dovin is Palpatine now, right? Yeah. I mean, he provides himself a way to generate counters anyway. This is true. He does. You can downtick him to produce a dude that will allow him to start getting additional counters. And even if you're only hitting with 1 guy, you're still going to get 2 counters per turn. So that's not absolutely horrible. If you do have a board state already, then he's upticking for a ton. But if you have a board state and you're connecting with your opponent, aren't you winning? Aren't you winning at that point? Like, if you already have 3 or 4 creatures on the battlefield and you're connecting, what else do you need, right? Potentially 6 loyalty when you drop him. Okay, so let's say we hit 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop. So turn 1, turn 2, we got 3 1-drops on the battlefield. Turn 3, we play him, uptick him to 4, hit with all 3 of those dudes, gain 3 more, go to 7 loyalty. He ultimates the next turn. Now, that might not be that bad, but that's some kind of Christmas land, right? Like, I don't know. Let's see. Siren Storm Tamer, Healer's Hawk, Miss Cloak Herald, I don't know. And then just start getting in, and then you get to start, like, churning through the deck. I don't know. Might be worth it. Might be worth it. We'll see, though. Personally, I don't think Dovin's going to get much more play than he got last time around. Maybe a little bit of action occasionally, but who knows? Mono white weenie splash blue. Like, would you really want to take a turn off of do you want your 3-drop and your white weenies to be this, or do you want it to be History of Benalia and Benelish Marshall? Like, I'm curious. Like, do you really would you really want it to be Dovin over Benelish Marshall? And I'd rather have Benelish Marshall. History of Benalia. Like, I don't think that I want this in my white weenie deck, and I sure don't want to splash blue in my white weenie deck just for Dovin. I mean, let's weaken the mana base just to try to hit the... I don't think so. I don't think so. But it's a thought. We could find that there's going to be a ton of cheap creatures to be cast, and if that's the case, then maybe we'll have some fun with Dovin. Just trying to make it work, but I agree with you. Yeah, I got you, Chris. Just spitballing ideas. That's kind of what we're doing here tonight. We're originally going to do, tonight's Dev's deck. Dev is officially in spoiler season now, and all streamers, well, like, you see what I'm doing, right? Anyway, let's move on to, from what I seen, I didn't get to watch all of Dev's spoiler video. It hasn't been out that long, but he seemed to be really, really excited about this card. I like the creature type, right? Jellyfish, Hydra, Beast. Okay. Like, this is probably the big one of the night. I know you guys really want to talk about this. Oh, can we talk about the Simic Hydra? That's right. That's exactly what we're going to talk about. Hydroid krasis. Krasis? Whatever. This is the first krasis we've had since, what, bound krasis? Fish? Whatever. Anyway, it is Simic colors and X. When it enters the battlefield, it gets X +1/1 counters on it. It has flying and trample. Yeah, this is the big one for today. Anyway, well, okay, this and Judith. I'm pretty excited about Judith, but you get X +1/1 counters on it. Then you draw half of X, rounded down, of course. So I mean, if X is 3, you're only going to draw 1. But you're going to draw and gain half of X life. So let's say we're casting X4. You're gaining 2, draw 2, and you get a 4/4 flyer with trample. Maybe. I do know that the Simic deck is really, really going to care about +1/1 counters and stuff like that. Like, that's probably going to fit in the Simic game plan anyway, so we'll see. I mean, I think that I think that this card was probably going to get some play. I really wish that it had a little bit more, I don't know, maybe like some way to protect it. Definitely dies to removal, dies to cast down, dies to Vraska's Contempt, dies to murder, dies to Doomblade, right? So we'll see. But I do like the idea of, when you cast this spell, right? Now, that part right there, guys, when you cast this spell, you gain half X life and draw half X cards. So even if it doesn't resolve, you're going to draw the cards, you're going to gain the life. That alone might be worth something, okay? So even if it gets countered and you don't get the creature and you don't get the +1/1 counters and you don't get all the other triggers for having +1/1 counters and all this other good stuff that is going to be in Simic, you at least get to draw some cards and you at least get to gain some life. So that alone might be the protection we really, really needed, right? Like, okay, so yeah, it dies, but, I'm going to get something out of it. I'm getting something out of it as long as X is 2 or more. I like the card. I think the card's very playable. What do you guys think, chat? Most creatures die to those cards. At least this will have dive down. That when we say dies to Doomblade, man, that is like just the classic Magic meme. I really mean nothing by that. Everything dies to some type of removal. So yeah, even Carnage Tyrant dies to certain removal. So yeah. Great in the Nexus decks, you think? Really? Would the Nexus decks even want a creature? Like, most of the Nexus decks are like creatureless, but I mean, at least you do get to draw the cards off of it. So, I mean, I see where you're coming from there. Nexus decks are really big mana decks. They're going to have a ton of mana. They're going to be able to cast this thing for, X equals 6, X equals 8, who knows. And if they're doing that, then, okay, all right. I mean, I like gaining the extra life. I like drawing the additional cards. All of this seems okay. Are we having, like, sound feedback? Let me see if I can fix that. Might be having some feedback from the sound. Anyway, it's not just a creature. It's draw on a big stick. Okay, all right. Draw on a big stick. Just compare it to Muldrifter, 5 mana, draw 2, Flample, and gain 2 life with upside as a mana dump. Yeah, you're not going to be upset when you pull this late game. You're definitely not going to be upset with it. So, all is well, sound-wise. Be nice if it had flash. That's exactly what I was thinking. Man, if this thing had flash, you could do this at the end of turn, draw those cards, gain that life. That would basically be Sphinx's Revelation. Holy shit, this thing's got Sphinx's Revelation on it that can't be countered. It's not instant speed. Whoa. 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 It's card draw for green stompy splash blue. That's rare. That is pretty rare. Although lately I've been seeing green draw a ton of cards. I mean, we get like Vivian, she draws cards. But yeah, and Simic, I'd say that the green blue is it's going to need some card draw. So you like the interaction with Hadana's Climb and the rest of the 1/1 counter mechanics as well. Yeah, I think that Simic's going to have some pretty decent interactions there. Let's jump over to Speaker's Pet, or not. All right, so I think they've got it listed as Speaker's Pet here, but I think it's Biomancer's Pet. If you go check out, all right, we're on Mythic Spoilers right now. If you go check out MTG Salvation, they've got this listed as Biomancer's Pet. So it could be either or. Remember, we thought Bedeviled was anguished for a little while due to, spoilers and stuff. So it's either Speaker's Pet or Biomancer's Pet. But it's a 2 mana 2/2 Simic colors, so 1 blue, 1 green for a 2/2 that has an activated ability and then has a static ability on it, right? So it is a mutant, the creature type, and then activated abilities of creatures you control cost up to 2 less to activate, but they cannot be reduced below 1 converted mana cost, okay, or one mana cost for that activated ability. So if you've got something that costs green and 2, then it's only going to cost 1 green. If you've got something that costs just 2 mana to activate, it's still going to just cost 1 mana to activate. And then it has the tap ability. The next time a creature you control activates Adept, which is the new Simic ability, which says that if a creature doesn't have +1/1 counters on it, put Adept 4 or Adept 3, Adept 2, whatever. You'll put that many +1/1 counters on it for the cost of the ability. So if you tap this creature, you get to actually activate your Adept again as if the creature had no +1/1 counters on it. This is one of the things I was talking about the last time when we were talking about some of the Adept cards, that this would be really nice if you could activate that ability more than one time. Well, with Speaker's Pet or Biomancer's Pet, you're going to be able to do that. So that might be worth it. I would say that, in draft, this is going to be really good for those people that are drafting the Adept decks. I think those decks are going to be fairly decent because you're going to be able to draft a bunch of cheap creatures and then turn those into big, huge bombs late in the game. However, this is a rare. The chances of getting this in a draft is going to be absolutely, very slim. I mean, so, if you pull this, then you might play it, and you might want to be pushed into Adept. But, I don't know. 2 mana, 2/2. It's not bad, though, right? It's not bad. Art is just funky in a good way, though, right? I mean, look at that little mutant guy. Hey, I moved my face. We can increase the size of this a little bit so you guys can see it. Is that better? Can you guys see now? I hope so. I hope so. What a professional streamer. You hate the card? Oh my goodness, Rush. Alright, well, I mean, we're all entitled to our opinion. I think that it will work in the Adept deck, assuming the Adept deck is good. I guess Mutant, Couldn't have been a merfolk, right? No way. Little pet merfolk running around. That makes me think of murlocs. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you'd kill it with fire? I think most people are going to kill it with fire. Or lightning, you know, just shock it. Anyway, that is Speaker's Pet. Let's move on to another new card that we recently got. Now, this is the one that I am really excited about. This is Judith, the Scourge Diva. Oh, man. Isn't she cool? Right? So, apparently, Senor McFats and our moderator, Judith Miles here, spent some time on MTGO last night. They both have... you know, manatraders rental service, so they get to go around and play with a whole bunch of old cards. Well, apparently they were playing with some old, like Battle for Zendikar, Return to Ravnica, Block, Standard decks, and Jareth was playing around with, you know, aristocrats. Well, then we get this guy, or this lady, it's a diva. You know what? I ain't even going to assume sex. Anybody can be a diva nowadays, right? It's a human shaman. We know that about it, right? 3-mana human shaman. Rakdos colors in 1. Other creatures you control get +1/+0, and whenever a non-token creature you control dies, Judith the Scourge Diva deals 1 damage to any target. Now, I know that most of the time we're looking for those Blood Artist type effects. Blood Artist said that whenever a non-token creature you control died, that you would drain a life. So you, well, it didn't say drain, but it said you would gain a life, they would lose a life, and oh, it says she in the flavor text. Okay, so I don't have to assume anything. Okay, all right. At the end of the show, she stands alone on a stage, brilliant with blood. Well, that's messed up because there's 2 dudes beside her right now, right? So, is she gonna kill him? Is she gonna kill him and just take all their blood and spray it everywhere? What a show. Did I see that GameStop video? I did not. I did not. Super disappointing. Orzhov more than Dovin, though? What? Yeah, both Planeswalkers were definitely disappointing to me. Hopefully, Domri Raid will be a beast. Oh, man. I think Gruul is going to be super pushed. And, I mean, the mechanic looks... Riot looked pretty pushed, so... Anyway... Does this mean that our typical Orzhov or blue-black aristocrats is going to move into Rakdos aristocrats, or maybe even 3-color aristocrats? And if so, like, what are we sacking? Like, what are all of our cheap creatures that we can sack? Do we have a good sack outlet? Are we going to be stuck with, you know, makeshift munitions sacking creatures? Are we going to be trying to like play Angrath, steal their dudes, and sack their own guys so that we can deal additional damage? I do like the fact that you're going to be able to swing with your Rakdos type creatures. Yes, it is non-tokens. It is 100% non-tokens. So you won't be like whenever a non-token creature you control dies. So we won't be able to get away with you know, tokens brews, but maybe Mardu, right? They made her for Mardu is what Rush says. Maybe Mardu. If Mardu is the thing, and I do think that there will be a really good Mardu deck, then she might be awesome. But giving all of your little dudes the additional +1/+0. Now, as far as the tokens part goes, you can still have tokens. They're still going to get the +1/+0. And if you've got a bunch of, you know, spirit tokens flying over, hitting, like, spirit tokens being 2/1s, hey, I can get behind that, right? Like, I mean, that's evasion. You're doing some damage. You swing for 2 in the air, and then they block, and you're like, well, that thing only had 3 power. Let's go ahead and, you know, ping it. Like that might be useful. I mean, we'll see. Right? Yeah, she does buff the token. So you definitely got a good point right there. So you know, I guess you can get some you know, validity. Would that be the word? Right? I guess she's validated there, even in token builds. You lose your your afterlife creatures from the Orzhov guild. You lose your afterlife creatures. They take additional damage. You get a 2/1 token out of it, or you get multiple 2/1 tokens out of it. This could be a thing. This could be a thing. Either way, I think that she's pretty decent. She does die to absolutely everything because of that 2/2 body. But yeah. Now we need Lingering Souls reprint. Oh man, don't tempt me with some flashback. Don't you dare do it. Oh, I love the flashback mechanic. I thought the flashback mechanic was amazing. I would love to be playing in a format with Forbidden Alchemy again, Snapcaster Mage, that sort of thing. It was a good format, man. I really enjoyed that time in Magic. You bet they do reprint it, Zaxadillo. If not in this set, most likely the next one. I don't know about the flashback mechanic coming back. I just don't know. We'll see, though. Flashback was... I think if they were going to reprint flashback, it would have come in... it would have come in, you know, Zendikar. When we, you know, the last time we went to Zendikar, Shadow, or not Zendikar, but Shadows over Innistrad. It probably would have come there. Since it didn't come there, then we're probably not going to get it. We do have the flashback like ability with the jumpstart mechanic that's currently in standard. So I mean, it's not that bad. All right, so that's Judith the Scourge Diva. We've got more though. There's more, but wait, there's more. We got Deputy of Detention, Detention Sphere on a body. I always like these cards. You know, we're talking like some Fiend Hunter type stuff. However, this is exile target non-land permanent. Doesn't have to be a creature. Doesn't have to be, you know, a non-creature. As long as it's a non-land permanent, you're going to get it and all other permanents that player controls with the same name. You're going to exile them until someone can deal with your Deputy of Detention. So, not bad. This is one of those things where if it enters the battlefield with the trigger on the stack and you have the end clause happen before the beginning clause happens, it'll negate the entire time. So basically, with the trigger on the stack, they try to target something and you kill this, your permanent will not leave the battlefield whatsoever. So based on, like, do you want your permanents to get more into the battlefield triggers and stuff, you're going to want to time when you remove this, wait for the trigger to resolve, or try to kill it, like, just based on, like, do you want all of your tokens to be gone? So if there's a lot of spirits, this card's going to get a lot of play. All right, like if there's a lot of people playing yeah, if there's a lot of people playing spirits, like you're going to land this, you're just going to pop all their spirits. Knight tokens from History of Benalia. Okay, you got 2 knight tokens. Cool. I'm going to drop this, and we're going to take all of your knights. So both knights are gone, that sort of thing. That alone is going to be pretty powerful. Even, you know, at that point, you don't care if they remove it, right? It's already done its job. Those tokens are going forever. So, you know, I think this thing's going to get play. I think the Azorius deck will play this. Be prepared for it. We've played with Fiend Hunter type cards, and what does the thesaurus say? Detention Sphere, Fiend Hunter, right? Yeah, we've played with Fiend Hunter type cards every time they're around in Standard. You know, Angel of Sanctions, that card got played back in Hour of Devastation. It was in the Embalm decks. It was in a couple of the other decks. So these type of cards do normally see some play. I highly expect that this will get Standard play. Probably not a bad card. You're probably going to want to get a hold of a play set of them. All in all, though, I think the card's very fair. Yeah, it's removable, but if we're going into a world with a bunch of spirit tokens, then yeah. Oh my goodness. Nabin will break this card, says Rush. Nabin says that when a wizard enters the battlefield, if it causes ability of a permanent you control to trigger, then it will trigger that permanent twice. So he'll enter the battlefield, he'll cause himself to trigger. If you have Nabin on the battlefield, it'll trigger twice. You'll get 2 targets, so you can take all of their spirits and all of their knights, or whatever, right? That doesn't seem bad. It doesn't seem bad at all. we'll see. Maybe there's a blue white wizards deck's going to be floating around. Um, that might see some play there, Rush. I know a lot of people are fans of Nabin. I like Nabin myself. We played the mono blue deck last night that was that had some copies of Nabin in it. We were doing things like Merfolk Trickster, getting double triggers, stuff like that. So seems like a nice quasi duplicate target. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It says non-land permanent. That includes planeswalkers, yo. You know what's cool about planeswalkers and wild growth walker and things like that? If you remove them, they lose all of their counters, right? So they come back and you got to restart that build on them. That alone might be worth it. They were really close to ultimating that Teferi. They're one ahead of your Teferi because you're in blue-white too. You throw down your Deputy of Detention, their Teferi goes back to 5. I don't know. We'll see. Uh-oh. Hashtag Tecatli, says Zaxadillo. Tecatli says, no, says I. No, says I, says Tecatli. Jeskai, and copy it with expansion. No, you cannot. Expansion only copies an instant or sorcery that is less than 4 converted mana cost, so you won't be able to do that. Throws a chair at Zaxadillo. Okay. Holy Ratsuko, Batman. That's true. It is a 1/3, so you would be able to swing in with Tetsuko. Not bad. I mean, that might be a thing. I know if someone was playing rats and you picked up all of their rats, man, that'd be very, very nasty until you went to swing in and they killed this with a cast down and they got all their rats back and broke your heart. But I don't know. Like, it's going to have some room. Like, if you're playing blue-white, I bet this ends up at least in your sideboard. So, oh my goodness, you guys are getting it. I'm trying to read chat tonight, and you guys are getting so off topic, throwing chairs at each other and stuff. What a rowdy crew you are. What a rowdy crew. All right, so that was Deputy of Detention. We do have more. Don't worry. We've got some more cards here that were recently spoiled. Mass manipulation. All right. 4 blue, XX. Gain control of X target creatures and or planeswalkers. So for X to equal 1, you got to pay 6 mana for this. All right, so it's a 6 mana in Bolus's Clutches, right? That could rip stream. Oh god, I hope not. Uh-oh. We got some drop frames. Uh-oh. Are we back? Stream down, stream down. We are back. All right, cool. I don't know what happened. All right, so mass manipulation. Blue, 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 XX. So 6 mana. 6 mana equals a Bolus in Bolus's Clutches. 8 mana, you get 2. So 6 mana take Teferi, 6 mana take, whatever you want. I think that, like, if we wanted something like this, we would probably be playing in Bolus's Clutches already. I mean, it's no control magic. I mean, yeah, it does that, but it's no control magic, so I don't know. I'm not really fond of it, and I'm a mono blue player, so I don't know. I don't know how much I like this card, so we'll see though. Ramp or Commander? Yeah. Right. Bolus's Clutches takes any permanent. You can take anything you want, not just creatures and planeswalkers. So you love the flavor of this card. Those who cross the Dimir find enemies everywhere they turn. Fair enough. Fair enough. Like, just the flavor of the card in general, or the flavor text, right? crazy powerful, but that mana cost though. Yeah, control magic's normally very, very powerful, so. In a Turbo Fog deck, this is a great card. Why? Wouldn't you just want to hit your extra turn spell? Like in Turbo Fog, wouldn't you just want to hit your extra turn? Like when you just want to continue comboing off? Like this is a... I'm behind, please let me like stabilize a little bit more, and I don't think I want a 6 mana, please, like maybe save me card. So I don't know. It's a sorcery, so gaining control of like Niv Mizzet for 6 mana. Yeah, I would still do that. I would still do. I'd do that all day long. You ping me once, I get your Niv. Yeah, I'd do that. So, yeah, okay, as a different win condition, maybe. But I think in like Turbo Fog, you're not really worried about creatures. You're more worried about like the control decks. So I don't know. Commander card, you think? I think you might be right. I think this is one of those R&D, hey, let's do this for everything. So, you know, let's make stuff for all the different formats. This is a 10-cent card at best. It's cool, but, you know what? I'm going to say with that, I'm going to say that it's probably just a bulk rare. And that's probably where it's going to be. But all in all, I like the idea of it. I like the idea that if you had 8 mana, you could take a couple different things and kind of go from there. So I agree with most of what chat's saying about this one. So could be the late game card Mono Blue needs. I mean, Entrancing Melody will still Niv Mizzet for 7 mana. This is 1 mana cheaper than that. Or no, 8 mana. 8 mana to still Niv Mizzet. So I don't know. Like I don't think Mono Blue wants to be in a world where they have six lands on the battlefield, but it does happen. It happens a lot actually. So card belongs in the new player donation box. That's brutal. All right, let's see if we can change to the next card without the stream going down. All right. What just happened? Mythic spoiler. Why you do this to me? We did get the new art for our lands. So as one of it could be decent, says Jizza. You may be right, sir. You may be right. All right, so we're gonna jump over to. All right, let's see if stream survived. Did stream survive? I think so. I think so. Anyway, oh no, I dropped some frames. I don't know if I'm going to be able to run this new OBS Streamlabs. We'll find out. Anyway, you may reveal this card from your opening hand. Reminds me of the Predators. If you do, scry 3 at the beginning of your first upkeep. It is a 4/4 flyer for 4. Now, I already like that. Flying, and at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Oh my goodness, this card is good. 4/4 flyer, 4/4 that has abilities, and having your 4 mana card in your opening hand is not even going to be that bad for you. I am a little bit curious. Do you get to reveal multiples in your opening hand to get multiple scry 3 triggers? So you'd be able to scry 3, get rid of all the bad ones from that, scry 3 more, and which may actually only be 1 or 2 different cards, but fixing your opening hand right off the bat sounds like it could definitely be a thing. I'm a big fan of 4/4 flyers. This could end up in Mono Blue. Mono Blue would be taking a step down. They would be slowing down a little bit in order to make this work, but like 4 mana creatures are a little bit slow for Mono Blue, but just that opening effect right there. I mean, you got a 1-land hand, and that's pretty much it. So miracle abilities. Oh wow, yeah, I didn't even think about that. You love stealing folks stuff. Yeah, in a Niv Mizzet deck. Wow, you guys are flying above me. A lot of us miss me talking about the Planeswalkers and the Jellyfish Hydra Beast. Mind giving a quick gist of what was said? The new Planeswalkers suck. The Hydra Beast is pretty good. It's basically Sphinx's Revelation. Like, it's half of Sphinx's Revelation that can't be countered. So, like, you gain half X life, half X cards, and then if it lands, you get a big dude. So, the Hydra's pretty good, probably playable, especially if the Simic deck turns out to be decent. And the Planeswalkers suck, and we don't know what Domri Raid's going to do yet. Apparently, most people think that the 3-mana Orzhov Planeswalker Kylie will be good in older formats, which I don't disagree with. Her -1 actually might have some merit there, so yeah. Now, Tier 1 Jank says, now this card I like. Yes, Sphinx of Foresight, good card. I definitely think this is a good card. This is definitely a playable card. That free Scry 3 at the beginning of the game seems pretty good. Biomancer's Pet could be very silly. Yes, I did look at that, and depending on how good the rest of the adapt mechanic or the adapt cards are going to be, we don't have a lot of the adapt cards right now. But depending on how good the rest of them are, then yeah, we may we definitely may see the Biomancer's Pet do some work. Control players win or lose based off of the first 7 cards they get. Also, it will make keeping iffy hands better, which is a form of card advantage. Absolutely. I mean, the number of times where I've kept a lander in mono blue going, man, if I could just guarantee that there's a land in the next 2 cards, I would be all right. That would be huge. That would be huge. Granted, you do have to go ahead and keep the hand before you get to reveal the Sphinx of Foresight. So, you know, we'll see. Either way, though, I think this card's really good. So, Sphinx of Foresight and a favorable wins deck would be awesome. Yes, it would. It's like Kaya? What is her name? Kaya? Was I calling her Kylie? Yeah, whatever. It might be my new thing. Maybe I'll just call her that, and we'll just trigger everyone. The pet looks good with Shalai. What do you need to? What does the pet do with Shalai? I'm trying to remember what the first ability on the pet was. Oh, Shalai's activated ability will only cost 4 mana. Yeah, that's probably not bad at all. You call her Macy Gray, right? Okay. Biomancer's Pet is garbage. Adapt is a joke. Poor Simic always gets junk keywords. Aww. Yeah, well, I don't think that the Simic ability is as good as some of the other abilities, but, you know, we'll see. Make her activated abilities cheaper for sure. Yeah. But, so, what's the consensus here on Sphinx of Foresight? You guys agreeing with me? This gets standard play? I think it gets standard play. I think this is a standard playable card. Absolutely. And probably not just in our mono blue decks. Probably not just in, you know, Flyers decks. Like, this card might even show up like, I forget who it was that said it, but yeah, I mean, control decks, that first 7 cards is very, very important, and being able to have some control over the top 3 that you're about to draw is pretty good as well. So, best card leaked so far today. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jank says, great card for standard. Mid-range baller, 100%. Teamer runs 4. Oh, ouch. Mad Dad Gaming says, 9 out of 10. I agree. I think a 10 out of 10 would have put it into other formats, but 9 out of 10 goes pretty good for me. Definitely a standard playable card all day. Jizza, also standard playable. Let's go take a look at these lands really quick. We did get the lockets, for those of you wondering. They all do the exact same thing that the old lockets did. We get you know, 3 mana rock, or we can pay the colors of that guild 4 of the colors of that guild of any combination, whether they're white, blue, you know, whatever. Sack it and draw 2 cards, so you get to kind of turn it into some card advantage later. I mean, this is no Hydroid Archive, but it's not bad. It does give you colored mana, which Hydroid Archive did not. And again, all the lockets do the same thing. And then as far as Godless Shrine goes, we did get some really pretty art. Like my thumbnail is actually a Hallowed Fountain art. For this particular video, I used the Hallowed Fountain art for the thumbnail. The Godless Shrine looks pretty good. Blood Crypt, like, is this even a new art? Like, that looks very familiar. The Stomping Ground looks wicked good. A big fan of the Stomping Ground here. And then Breeding Pool. Ooh, my head's in the way. Breeding Pool looks okay. I mean, these are these new art? Like, this Blood Crypt looks so familiar. If they didn't give us new art, then that's broken. I'm gonna have to go look up the art later and be like, did we get new art? You're disappointed with the art for Stomping Grounds? Oh, come on, man. That's like you got this city here in the background. I actually think it looks pretty sick. I don't know. It's just like somebody just came here and just destroyed this place. So I don't know. What we began, the N-rays will finish. Then we will dance in Ravnica's rubble. Ooh. Nikia of the old ways? Who's that? Who's that? When does she get spoiled? He gets spoiled. When does it get spoiled? OG arts all the way. Looks like a Rakdos land to you. Okay, fair enough. Hey guys, what's up? You've been watching the review of the... Alright, well, Justin Clay's way behind us. Alright, for those of you that did not get here for the original spoilers on Kaya and Dovin. Kaya, maybe in older formats, not really thinking she's very standard playable. Seems like the consensus is if she is standard playable, it's sideboard graveyard hate. Dovin is it's going to require some deck building restrictions before it will be good. So you're not just going to be able to slam Dovin in anything and get away with it. You're going to need to have some creatures. You might be able to, slap him in a control deck, but I don't think most people are going to be doing that because, like, in order for him to be good in a control deck, you probably need to be winning already. And if you're already winning, then why do you need to play this card, right? Kayak. I don't see where the Kaya, like kayak. Yeah, Kaya. Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's Kylie. We're going to add an L in there. It's Kylie. Kaya. Okay, so Kaya, the Orzhov usurper, I don't think she's going to be that standard playable. Dovin, I don't think so either. Judith looks like it's going to build an entire archetype around it. And then our Jellyfish Hydra Beast. It's still in the air on whether or not the Jellyfish Hydra Beast will be playable. I guess it just really depends on if there's a deck around the Simic colors that's worth playing. Tithe Taker, I know a lot of you are interested in Tithe Taker, but we've already talked about that. Definitely think we got a playable out of Deputy of Detention. And then Absorb is back for those of you that weren't here when we talked about Absorb. Counter target spell, gain 3 life. This is an old reprint. Just good card. Just flat out good card. So yeah. Now if any card is a trap, Kaya is this set's trap, right? Like try to build around her, try to exile your opponent's stuff and go from there, right? I am excited to see what the Azorius double white, double blue spell is going to be, that sort of thing. I am excited to see the rest of this set of cards that are going to come out for this. So you hope we get Undermine, but it's too busted. Probably. other than that, that's our spoilers for today. We're gonna hop over to Arena and we'll do something. I don't know what. I have no clue. I have no clue. I do want to let you guys know that I am going to be trying to use Streamlabs for this new year, which is just still another version of OBS. If you guys do decide to donate in chat, you can check out streamlabs.com/sideboardmtg/mask. Apparently it's supposed to put mask on my face and things like that based on the mask you have available. If you get certain mask, then you'll be able to put that on your favorite streamers, things like that. This seems to be the OBS that Magic the Gathering wants us to be streaming with, because there are a ton of new effects that come with this particular OBS. So we'll go from there. Let me move my webcam back over. Bam. You know what? We'll go like right here. So we'll play some Arena and we'll kind of go from there. So, do I think Afterlife 2 will make 2 1/1s or 2 2s or 2 1/1s? So I originally thought that Afterlife 2 would make 2 2s, whereas apparently things have multiple souls. Apparently they said it in one of the videos that Afterlife 2 would make multiple 1/1s. So you're just going to get 1/1s. So, yeah. Everyone wants filters for everything now. That's right. That's what we're doing. We've got with the new OBS. There's a ton of new features and stuff that are available for Magic the Gathering, Magic Arena, and the new things that they're putting forth there. They partnered with OBS Studios, or sorry, Streamlabs OBS, which is basically what everyone uses. Streamlabs is what I've been using for notifications and things like that. Like when someone subscribes or something like that, those notifications pop up. Those are in Streamlabs. So I've always been using Streamlabs. I just never switched over to Streamlabs personally, as far as their OBS, their open broadcast studio. But yeah, I'm going to start using it. I might have to tweak out the details a little bit more. Hopefully it'll record better than OBS Classic has been doing for me lately, and I can get some more recording out. We should probably finish up this Holiday Pauper game. My wife was sitting around playing it on my account just for fun, because that's what happens. Thank God for multiple 1/1s. Black-white tokens is going to get a lot of tools to set. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that the Orzhov mechanic is going to be pretty decent. So, and another blue-white seems just bad. Should have been green-red or Rakdos. Well, we are getting a green-red. We're getting Domri Raid. They just haven't spoiled him yet. I mean, we got the Planeswalker deck spoiler for Domri, but we just don't have the rest. We don't have the other Domri yet. So, yes, lamp was over the other shoulder. That is all just flipping of a screen. Like, if you guys really want lamp over the other shoulder, I can do that. Like, you know what? I could just sit in front of lamp and we just don't have to worry about it. That was lamp's original purpose, was to keep the stream occupied when I wasn't there. But now we don't have to do that. We can just be like, be right back, or the stream's going to end, or you know what? I'm offline. Forget this. So, like, I don't know. They gave us a bunch of tools and stuff like that. So I'm excited about it. I'm gonna play around with the tools. I'm gonna see if I can master what Magic or Wizards is giving us, and again get into some events. I do want to say this though. If you guys donate, there is a rare chance that an arena code will pop up on screen. Now, when that code pops up on screen, the first person to type it in gets it. All right? It doesn't go for the person who did the donation or anything else, but as the stream interacts with the streamer, there's chances that the stream will be given a code. And once that code pops up, the first person to type it in will get it. Only one streamer code per account. So if, let's say we had 10 pop up, you would only be able to use one of them. That's right. That's right. A random code is hidden in, like, random codes are hidden inside this new feature. That's another reason I'm wanting to do it, because you guys are always donating to me anyway, and if you're doing that, maybe we'll have some fun with it. And let's all donate 10 cents. Right? I mean, it's not because I'm asking for money, it's because I'm always trying to find ways to, don't get me wrong, I'm asking for your money, right? Like I would love to stream for, like, pay. I would love to turn this into a real job, and that is the eventual goal. Don't get me wrong, but if we can find a way to give more back to you guys, then we can do it. Then I'm proud about that. So anyway, there are random codes in here. Maybe I should do the shroud thing, because at this point if you just came here for the spoilers, that's over. Everything from this point forward is going to be community, hanging out with the community, just playing some Magic, doing that sort of thing. But let's see if I can pull that up really quick. I'm going to pull this up. We're going to see if this. I'm going to see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about here, right? Let's see if I can do this without crashing my stream. Yep, I'm going to crash it. Yeah, we're going down. This is going to happen. What do you guys? Oh my God, Rush. What? I'm sorry that I missed certain chats. Don't forget that we have that Spirit Lord. Yes, yes. Everybody knows about Supreme Phantom. Like, Spirits is probably going to be a thing. It's probably going to be a Esper Spirits, or maybe even Azorius Spirits. But yeah, Spirits are definitely going to be a thing. Code pop up? I don't know. We're going to find out. Uh-oh. You should get like this new, like the new thing should happen. I don't know. This will be the first donation. Let's see if it's put together right. Oh goodness. I don't even have a stream boss right now. Where's my stream boss? Where is my stream boss? No. How did I lose stream boss? Uh-oh. I could have sworn stream boss was up there earlier. What happened to stream boss? There's stream boss. I don't know. I don't know why stream boss is not showing up, and I don't know why the the pop-up didn't show up, the alert box. Well, there's stream boss. Maybe it'll just be late. You guys watch for it. Anyway, we're gonna go to Creator Hub. I'll show you guys what this is supposed to be. And you guys can let me know, like, whether this is even worth messing with. Alright, so we get, of course, you know, download the beta, all this stuff. Man, this is brutal. I should have closed out Arena before I started trying to do all of this. Right? Yeah. Alright, so we've got all of these new backgrounds that we can use. I've got Vivian, I've got all of these. We get, it's not showing me the other part. Where did I see that? I will work on it. I will work on it. Okay, so yes, that's something I should probably do. Once the stream boss dies, there will be one of three things that you will have the opportunity for. So the person who kills the stream boss, and I will let you guys know that he is going to be much harder to kill than he was in the past. But the person who kills the stream boss will get either a deck tech or gameplay like normal. You'll get to add a song to the our list here for the next month. That song was guaranteed to stay on the list for 1 month. And then the third one, I haven't really figured out exactly what I want to do, but I know I want 3 options for it. But for right now, when someone kills the stream boss, you'll get to either add a song to the list, you'll get you'll get a deck tech and gameplay as your raiders spoils, and then like I was hoping I would be able to find something else in here that we could use, but unfortunately I haven't found enough or figured it all out yet. But I am going to be working on this over the next few days so that I can kind of get into more stuff. So, oh snap! Mature audiences only. We're all out. Oh no. Yeah. Right. But yeah, if you guys have ideas what else we could offer to anyone who kills the stream boss, then let me know, and I'll go from there. I'm definitely willing to take suggestions. So, how's that MGS song Trouble working out? I got tired of. So I did about 30, 35, something like that, replies, stopping them from taking the ad funds from the video. Stream boss is gone again. Whatever. I'm gonna have to figure this thing out. Stream boss should be up in the top corner up here. It should be this green bar. Like I'm showing it there, but I don't know. Anyway, taking a short break from the Pauper Gauntlet to watch the stream more. Are you doing the Pauper Gauntlet too? That's what we're about to do. Anyway, I'll pull this up later. Oh man, I gotta reconnect. That's what I'm about to do, is finish up this Pauper Gauntlet. So we'll do that, and we'll kind of talk. But yeah, the Metal Gear Solid song, I did about 35 copyright strikes on that, or whatever, like appeals, I guess they were. I don't know the word. I can't find the word I'm looking for. But anyway, I appealed it like 35 times, and finally I gave up. They're not going to tell him he doesn't own that song, and that apparently the person who did that song doesn't even own the YouTube page that the song was put out on. It's one of those pages that just puts out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs. They put out like 50 and 60 per day. Like I went to looking at the page, and the page is just it's just one of those just spam. It just spams songs onto the internet, and I don't know how they get to claim royalty on all of them, but they do. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, I want to know why my alert box isn't working. I'm going to test a donation. This may kill the stream boss. I don't know. The alert box is definitely not working. Okay. Well, now arena won't load. Oh my goodness. What great things are happening tonight. What's going on, arena? Don't make me Alt F for you. Alt F4 fixes everything, right? Yep. Just restart it. Like if we're right in the middle of something important and you get a little bit of lag, just Alt F4 real quick and that'll fix it. Yeah, you won't have any more lag on that. Yep. It'll just close the whole program out for you. They used to say that in StarCraft. You'd be waiting in the lobby. For faster loading, press Alt F4. Get this slow person out. Yeah, I did. I gave up. I was fighting it for a long time, and then I appealed to YouTube quite a few times, and they just never did anything. Like the name of the song's called Good Morning, but like disliking the gentleman's song is not the way to go. That person doesn't even own the channel. It's on a channel that puts out hundreds and hundreds of songs, and they're claiming copyrights on all of those songs. So even songs that don't have, like, they don't have the rights to the song, but still. YouTube, I did win all of my appeals. I just got tired of appealing every day. So for better gas mileage, add a cup of sugar to every tank. Oh my God. Oh, don't do that, people. Please, please do not add sugar to your gas tanks. It will not give you better gas mileage. Do a StarCraft stream. Oh my goodness, man. I haven't played StarCraft in so long. Oh, I have not played StarCraft in a really, really long time. I am upset that my alerts are not working. That's kind of... I wonder if I can fix it. Like, probably fixing it while we're live is probably a no-go, right? Anyway, so we're currently in the middle of a pauper, holiday pauper event. If you guys haven't gotten all of your Firemind's research or your Land of War Elves yet, you definitely need to do that. You've only got 38 hours left. This ends on the 4th, so it's a free event. You get a chance to get those free alternate art Land of War Elves. If you can win 5 games, you get Firemind's Research. That's the only cards available here, so if you win 1, 2, 3, or 4, you get Land of War. If you win all 5, you get Firemind's Research. Our goal here is going to be to win the next 2 before we get 2 losses. It shouldn't be super difficult, but yeah. You know, I could care less about Firemind's Research as well, but I do like, you know, just getting the additional cards. I mean, like, that Firemind's Research is a rare card, and now I have 4 copies of it, so I'll never have to spend any... probably a bad hand. I don't care. Like, I've got all my cards. I don't care if we win or lose this. If you haven't gotten your cards yet, what the hell are you doing? I agree. I agree. Like, what are you doing if you haven't gotten your cards yet? Man, we just got all the lands in the world. I want to get my Doom Descender down, so I'm going to play the Dimir Gilgate on 1. Yeah, I would like to opt, but we're going to Divination, draw a few cards anyway. Uh-oh. Fire Urchin. That could be a problem. Man, hitting all the Divinations. It does have Trample, so we may just get Kennel Fiend out here. I mean, it's not a Kennel Fiend, but, you know, whatever. Jareth Miles says he doesn't have his yet? Dude, you got to build Val's deck. You got to get this thing. I don't see a reason to block this. Another. Well, look at that. Okay. So do we Divination and just try to set up and just try to get bigger than him? I think so. Yeah. We'll go with no attacks. I can always stop damage. You don't play arena. You play old school standard. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, you was telling me about you and McFats playing some old standard. How'd that work, by the way? Did you end up destroying him there, McFats, or did he get you? Old standard is the new format, right? Let's go back and play standard from different events. Well, you know what what I thought was the coolest part. I'm going to block one of these. I mean, I know it's got trample, but I want my 2/2 because I want to start putting damage back the other direction. But the part about this that I liked the most, just the holiday event itself, I can keep cancel open. We'll go ahead and get this down. Start punching in. If he doesn't, like, we can also negate or opt. We can, man, I'm going to negate this opt. I am. He's been stuck on 2 lands for a couple turns now, and if we can stop him from drawing more cards, then I'm game with that. Eventually, I'll have something bigger than these urchins anyway, or we'll get an eviscerate or something and kill him. So I'm not that worried about the urchins. They may end up killing me, but we'll find out. Can we just draft Tempest? That seems good. Just drafting Tempest. Let's opt. He didn't get to opt, but we're going to. See, dead weight seems good. I'll leave that on top. We'll put a dead weight on one of these. Right, all of this looks good. So we can dead weight one. That's going to make him a little bit harder to attack us. And these are 2 mana spells, so ooh, he got the extra red. Direct current incoming. Haha, yeah, that happened. I'll cancel it. I will cancel it. We'll let the ability to resolve. We still get to opt at end of turn here. I think our deck would be a better deck for the urchins than ooh, do we want another black source? I don't think so. We got another black source anyway. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And then we can leave up blink of an eye and anticipate. So, Lorwyn was the best block in your opinion? See, I didn't play back in Lorwyn. Lorwyn was just before my time. Shards of Alara, Lorwyn. Yeah, Lorwyn was the land of black goblins and black elves, wasn't it? May not have been black elves, but I think it was black goblins. We're always nostalgic about our old cards, right? So we're gonna start. Like, this is the main win con of this deck, is Vampire Neonate. Like, you just kind of stall. What does Sonic Assault do? No, I want to see Sonic Assault. Alright, so resolve. Tap target creature, deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Alright, I thought it actually hurt me. I'm going to draw a card here. I mean, he can't recast it. Oh, look at that. A fungal infection. Ooh. We're one land off of being able to do big bad things. Let's see here. I mean, I can keep up the one black. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just attack, and if he wants to block here, he can. I mean, he's probably willing to get rid of his fire urchin anyway. So, nope, doesn't want to get rid of his fire urchin. Yeah, it did 2 damage to me, which I'm not like 100% worried about, but I am worried about a little bit of additional damage. Like, I do have to stop taking damage at this point, so. What? Well, that's mean. He's going to make my 4/4 fight my... Alright, well, whatever, opponent. Mutiny. Ooh. The Avon Wind Mage. I think I'll just pass. We'll play the Watcher. We get to Surveil too here, which is pretty good. Eviscerate's going to be good. We can get back some kill spells, things like that with Salvager of Secrets. I like all these cards. So, yeah. All attacks. Sweet. Things happened. Things happened. We would love to see Return to Lorwyn in the near future. You know, again, I don't really remember Lorwyn that much, so I don't know if I would want to return to it or not. Man. OBS is just so not set up for YouTube. It's just not. Piston Fist Cyclops. Well, what a card. What a card. Just going to swing. Oh, nice. Dive down. No way. The old Piston Fist is going to get me. Dive down. All right. All right. Got me. He got me. I can't do no. I can't say nothing about it. He just flat out got me. I'm going to take down the flyer. And then we'll pass. How in the world did you forget about that? Lorwyn. Elves, Goblins, and Merfolk. That's it. Oh, and Kithkin. Love some Kithkin. Kithkin. A lot of people loved Kithkins. I never got to play with them, but like, they seem to be the opposite of Slithers. Like, everyone hated some Slithers, but loved some Kithkin, apparently. I don't know. Oh, man. So now he Seismic Assault, and we're done. That's brutal. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can get this down. He may just counter it. Nope, he's looking at our grave. He wants to know what we got. What are we getting back? So what are we getting back? Blink seems good. Fungal infection seems good. I like eviscerate. Eviscerate seems really good. I mean, maybe something that I could cast this particular turn, but I also don't think that I can attack. I think that I have to just kind of set back. Otherwise, he casts Seismic Assault. Oh, we're already dead. Alright, well, that was a good game. I mean, he's got another Seismic Assault. Yeah, he was going to go ahead and put it on the stack. Which does 2 damage. So, bam. Well, I wouldn't have been able to cast the cancel anyway, so. Am I just going to lose out on this? Alright. Maybe. Might happen. We've got like 9 or 10 wins with this deck, like as far as winning the entire event. I know Val got the cards on her account. I've got the cards on my account. And then she's won a couple extra because she just sits around and plays it. It's a free event. It's not a bad hand. I mean, it's going to be slow, but most hands are. This is the way this deck works. Thundermaw ain't nothing, buddy. Thundermaw Hellkite was one of my favorite dragons ever. Don't you talk bad about Thundermaw Hellkite. Alright? Well, we can just pass here. We've got negate, essence scatter, that sort of thing. So if he comes in with anything devastating, we can deal with it. Queen's Commission. I don't want him to have 2 1/1s. So I'll spend 2 mana to stop his 3 mana play. And then I'll just take 1 to the face. Oh my. I can't. Oh, Jared's salty about last night. Oh, man. Did you just do dirty things to him? What were you playing? Were you playing the Aristocrats or what? He destroyed you with Aristocrats? Okay. Oh, wow. Those are fighting words right there. Those are fighting words. I don't want him to get... I'll counter it. Hopefully his next spell is not as devastating. But I don't want him to have the 2-1 that produces another body. Maybe we just go to combat, we take 1, and next turn. Not much I can do here. Left for a hot second to grind a teeny bit on Arena. What did I say about your question, thoughts on Judith? I don't remember your thoughts on Judith. I'm going to look for a land here. Your thoughts on Judith. You'll have to hit me with them again there. Sure. I just want another land, so this will do fine. You thundermauled his dome. I liked Judith. I think that Judith is going to be a really good card. Yes, dies to absolutely everything, but I'm okay with that. That doesn't really faze me a whole lot. Oh, you want my thoughts on Judith? I think it's going to be interesting to see her in some of these different builds. I think this is a perfect time to just go ahead and craving this. I mean, yeah, he's gained 3 life on us. You need to find a better way to play Geist to Saint Trap. Judith is going to be good. I think Judith is going to be not just standard playable, but he used a moment of triumph. Nice. I don't just think Judith is going to be standard playable. I think that the card itself is going to be like it's going to redefine parts of standard as far as like it's going to open up an archetype. There's an archetype that a ton of people love that is, hold on, that's aristocrats, and we haven't had a good aristocrats deck in quite some time, and I think Judith is going to allow those aristocrats decks to actually do things. However, if we don't get a good sack outlet, like, we need something Nantuko Husk style. I kind of want to draw a card here. Like, I kind of want to wait for something bigger out of him. But for now, I'm just going to put this Martyr of Dusk back in his hand. Draw me another card. Like a dead weight wouldn't be bad. Or, I guess, another Dimir Guildgate. Let's put a dude down and make him use his Eviscerate. We know he's going to Eviscerate over there, right? Yes, Epicure of Blood should have. Yeah, let's play our land. It should have flying, but it doesn't. Right. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have the tools for aristocrats. Like, she's one of the tools we need, but she's also not going to rotate until, like, next October. Wait a minute. She won't even rotate in October. We'll lose Dominaria, and so we'll lose Rivals. Well, Ixalan, Rivals of Ixalan, M19, Dominaria. So she's got 2 years before she'll rotate. So that makes me think that... Ooh, wow. I just kind of want to... Yep, I'm just going to swing. Hey, we're pushing damage now. What do we have in the grave? Moment of Craving? Yeah, we want Moment of Craving, right? Maybe even Opt. But I've got an Anticipate. I don't need another Opt. You think Anticipate will be tier 1.5 or tier 2? Or sorry, Aristocrats will be tier 1.5 or tier 2. I'm not even going to make that kind of call yet. If we get all the tools needed for Aristocrats, then Aristocrats could be much more than just a tier 1 or tier 2 deck. However, I could kill this. I could... Yeah, we'll kill this. Looks like he's got some pumping action. He's gonna Moment of Craving me. Oh man. But that's what I was gonna do to your dude. What happens if I do it anyway? That's probably just a bad play. I probably shouldn't have done that. I mean, just to keep my 2/2 alive. Maybe that wasn't worth it. Well, I know I want to get rid of the Bishop Soldier, right? We don't have to do it like this. Alright. So let's go ahead. We'll swing. Like, the goal here would be for him to, like, fungal infection. I mean, he's so far ahead of us on life, though. I think this is a blink of an eye, Moment of Craving, Anticipate turn. I just don't think Aristocrats is going to work right now. But again, like the card's not rotating out for the next 2 years. It's not going out this next October. It'll go out the October after that. So there's. Yeah, I want the water. Okay, you got my 4/4. Let's go to blocks. We'll block here and here. Or I could block here. Yeah, we'll do that. We will try to kill the bishop soldier. Hopefully he doesn't have more things. Yeah, we'll just stop damage like that. Come on, deck. Come on. All you gotta do is just get a little bigger. Doom Dissenter will be good. We can trade Doom Dissenter for some other stuff. So we'll just play that. Next turn we can play. I don't think I attack this turn. Shouldn't have let me play her deck. She shouldn't have let me play her deck. You're probably right. Like she plays it much better than like I play it. She says I'm too aggressive when I play it. She's like, you just sit back. You don't do anything except for dirtle, dirtle, dirtle. She doesn't say those words, but you know, whatever. I'll take one. I don't get it. I assume I'm losing Watcher here. So he's going to sack a dude to kill my Watcher. Severed Strands. It's a thing. It's a thing. Alright, old doomed boy. Alright, well. Yeah, dirtle, dirtle. Valentine's watching. She's like, I know. You should not have played my deck. You should not have played my deck. Alright, so. Ouch. All creatures get -1, -1. We lose Doom Dissenter. We get a 2/2. Like, we've got so much land, our opponent hasn't gotten any. Hey, look, another Watcher. I like it. He's losing creatures and cards in order to... Yeah, this is good. I mean, eventually we'll start turning the life totals back around here. That bird ain't done nothing. That bird hasn't done nothing. Plus the bird's gone now. It's over with. No more birdie. I don't like him having a picture of blood. So we'll eviscerate that. Play our Vampire. And we're getting in. He's chumping. We've also got Blink of an Eye for a little bit of protection there. But at this point, we'll start trying to turn things back around. So, and use the blinks to save our guys. Wow, he had another. He had another. I mean, yeah, we're going to lose one here. Yeah. He's going to gain life. Hey. Like putting it on, yeah, I'm going to put it right there. Turn his blood dude into not so big of a dude. And then we'll just control anything that could possibly gain life for him. Okay, well, that's going to gain life this turn. Healer's Hawk. Alright, well, all information is out there now. So we'll block the 2. We'll take 2. He'll gain 1. This will resolve. We'll activate this. We'll gain 1 back. I want to blink anything? Not really. Ooh, divination. I like that. I like divination. Let's draw some more cards. Play land. Play Doom Dissenter. If I just don't attack, what happens? Blink the stupid lifelinker? We're not taking that much of a beating. Like the lifelinker's not killing us that bad. I did quit swinging, Val. I did. It's messed up, guys. Like, you guys are turning on me. That's messed up. That's messed up. What are you doing in chat anyway, Val? We got to get her on stream sometime, guys. She's actually a really good Magic player. She just doesn't like to be out in public a lot. So, my turn. Ping. Well, look at that. More land. All right. Lincoln made her do it. So much heckling over a free format, right? A free format that's not even that good. Standard Pauper's not in a great spot. I'm actually surprised we're not playing against mono white. Oh, snap. Standard Pauper in a really good spot. Yeah, it's in a really great spot as a weekend or as a 2-week event, and then it's gone. Oh, madness, dude. Hey, this is a good time to kill this. Like, I want to get rid of this anyway. I mean, that's just one more lifelinker gone. And he took a ton of damage. Ooh, the Bishop Soldier. That's a blocker he won't have. Alright, so he'll be at 7. No, he'll be at 6 because we're gonna do this. What's that last card? Alright, so we'll go ahead, we'll put him back at 6. I definitely want to return the flying blocker. So we'll get rid of the flyer. This means he can block 2 of our 2/2s. Oh man, but one of them has lifelink. Okay, well fine. We'll just, I don't know, we kill it though, right? Yeah. He's got to do some unfavorable blocks right here. Like, this is just bad for him. Like, he has to block or he dies. So that actually turns out quite well for us. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Sky March. Yep. No attacks? Come on, opponent. What are you worried about? Huh? How you blocking, opponent? Ooh. This is all so good for us. Okay. I mean, the opponent might come up with some other really good cards that are going to save him, but he has to have a flyer or a way to kill our Watcher in the Mist. No flyer, no way to kill the Watcher in the Mist, and he dies next turn. So, Sworn Companions. That's, it's not going to be enough. So we'll activate, take him to 3. Next. Get in. 1 attacker. Hit him for 3. GG, opponent. GG. Now we just need a standard bulk rares only format, right? But what is considered a bulk rare? Like, so it can't be played in other formats before it can be a bulk rare? Thank you, McFats. I just now seen it. McFats is on Team Eric. At least I got somebody. My own moderators, my own wife, everybody turning against me. Jeez, over a pauper stream. Oof. This game went way longer than you wanted it to. That is what this deck does, sir. Durdle, durdle, durdle. Durdle, durdle. Durdle, durdle. Sure. I mean, I gotta go Guildgate in order to get to cancel on time, but turn 2 op. Whatever. Maybe not. We can still turn 2 op. This is okay. You're on team stream? Ah, alright, Rocker. Alright. Let's play another Guildgate. This Goblin Electromancer, the Is It Spells deck's pretty good. Curdle makes you crack up. Curdle? What is curdle? Like, curdling milk? Like, huh? Oh, man. What is a Mazda Sergeant? I don't know. I don't know. Mazda Sergeant? Mazda Marshal? I don't know. Let's see if we can draw a card. Are you just going to counter this? He did not. Do I want that land? Not right now. I'll take anything other than that. If I divination, I'm discarding the hand size. Whatever. Hang on. Let me do a search for the least played 1-drops in standard. I think it's at the top of the list. And I don't think anybody likes curdled milk. Wow. What are you guys saying is the least played 1-drop in standard? Smells like you're eating. Man, I'm moderators. I'm telling you. You guys. This was supposed to be a stream, like to show you all the new things I've been working on for the new year, and half of them didn't work, and I don't know what's going on with the other half. So I'm gonna have to get back into the. Oh, I've got to stop this monster. But he could just negate me. Oh my God, he's got the 1 mana. Okay, radical idea. All right. How's the Marshal? Yeah, Hazda Marshal's kind of bad, but whatever. I mean, I guess we just divination. There ain't much else going on. I assume he doesn't have a ton of creatures. I'd say he's running mostly spells due to, you know, Electromancer and such. Probably going to see like direct currents and things like that out of him as soon as we start playing, you know, more dudes. More dudes. I kind of like Doom Dissenter here. Just see if we can get something out of him. And then we can like just keep up a scatter. I mean, I can always just block the Goblin Electromancer, which is kind of like the point. But we'll see. What deck am I playing? Well, Mr. Clay, I am just playing around in the standard Pauper event. We did some spoilers, stuff like that. Originally, we were going to do a Dev's deck tonight, and Dev didn't put out a video, so just doing. We did some spoilers. We talked about all the new spoilers, and then now we've moved on to the rest of this Pauper event that I had started. So we're just kind of hanging out. Like, right now, Judith and Madness seem to be fighting in chat over who has the bigger ego. And then, you know, we've got other people chiming in, like, helping. And then every time I make a punt, we've got my wife and Rush and a couple others in chat, you know, giving me a hard time for it. But it's all good. It's all good. I love you all anyway. You know, let's see how it is. Wow, he didn't swing. He didn't give me a dude with my Doom Dissenter. I can still bluff that I've got fungal infection. Like, maybe it's worth it to kill the moment of, like, kill this with Moment of Craving. Yeah, maybe it was. Fine. fine, fine, fine. Aww. Throws a chair at chat. Rush, just throwing stuff at people, man. Wow, gets +2 as long as you control a blue creature. Alright. Yep. That might be a little bit of a problem. This is good though. Do I want anticipate? No. I think I want the Doom Descender though. I'm gonna go no attacks in the turn. So if he attacks with both here, I think I kill the Goblin Electromancer before I declare blocks. Doing it before I declare blocks lets me know whether or not he's going to counter me, so I don't step into it just like a bad blocking situation. Yeah, it looks like this is going to happen anyway. Yeah, so we're just going to have to set up and try this again next turn. Let's go ahead and see if we can get rid of this. Boom, got me. I'm okay with that though. As long as he doesn't have like a piston Cyclops, we should be okay. But Gearsmith Guardian, not bad. Not bad card. We'll say no blocks here. Now we do have Doom Descender coming off the top. I'm not going to be able to play it because I want to keep up my Essence Scatter. The one thing we really need to protect ourselves from right now is another blue creature. Essence Scatter is going to be really good. And then I'll probably want the Op at some point. Do I want the Op at any point? Probably not. I'm alright. And then we'll just pass the turn. Your main brew is coffee? Hey, I'm with you there, sir. He did not attack. This thing doesn't have trample, right? Alright, well then we can start getting in. Just start throwing up some blocks. Some dirtles. Dirtle. And then we also get the divination here and still keep up our Essence Scatter. Doesn't seem too bad. Oh man, he's got a counter. I'm glad he's using it now. This way he doesn't use it on our Essence Scatter. Whew. Dodged the bullet on that one. So I think that the Gearsmith Guardian's actually manageable. Worst case scenario, I just kind of... Oh, yeah. I like it. Some more scry action. Fungal infection. That's perfect. And then a negate. You know, I actually want the negate before I want the fungal infection. We've got time to worry about the fungal infection. Yeah. We're in a good spot here. I don't even think he can swing on me right now. Still watching. Alright, again, got rid of that blue creature. Very, very important for us. That stops his swings. Yeah, let's start closing this out. At this point, we start winning the race. So even if he starts turning things sideways, we're winning the race here. He can have that. Yep, that's not a big deal. I mean, yeah, it does allow him to throw something else in his hand away for something else, but I assume at this point, like, his hope is to get into another blue creature and start swinging at us for 5 per turn. But again, if this doesn't have trample, then we've got enough dirtle action to survive a couple turns, and that Yeah. I mean, I guess negating right there would have cost him 2 cards, but one of them was land anyway, so I'm just not worried about it. Yep, no blocks. So we just win next turn now that he swung? Yep. GG. Well, look at that. Well, would you look at that? A second carrot, right? Yes! Oh, man, I shouldn't have done it. Second carrot. I just got it. Oh, why does that snowman got 2 carrots? All right. So we won the 500 gold, which is pretty sweet. Oh no, this is just my reward for completing my quest today for doing 20 white spells and or black spells. So okay, some extra gold to get in some more tournaments. We did get the 5-1. Didn't 5-0 it, but you know 5-1. Click the snowman. I have clicked the snowman. Their heads fall off. They pick their heads back up. The gargoyles do their little shaky thing, and the presents change colors and all the other stuff. But the part I was going to mention earlier was, did you notice the deck sleeves? The deck sleeves, they definitely had you know, different colored sleeves there for the decks, which makes me think that that's something else we're going to be able to purchase in the future with our gems, or possibly with gold. I assume that some will be available for gold, some will be available for gems, and you know that'll be pretty cool. I look forward to being able to you know, personalize my arena content. I don't think that we can spend the amount of hours into a game like Arena without having something that's ours, right? Like, I think that they should have given everyone that participated in this first Holiday Pauper event a set of those sleeves, right? Where you could pick those sleeves and never again have that exact set of sleeves again. Ever again. Never. I think it's small things like that. Things that give you that, not necessarily one-up power, but give you that that, hey, I was here, I got this, you know, like, and that's something that no one can ever get again. It gives you that hey, this is mine, my account. Take for example PUBG. PUBG does it all the time. Like if you didn't get the pan with the target on it on Xbox originally, you're not getting it out. Yeah, bragging rights. That's exactly what it is. So maybe it is a one-up ability, you know. Right, things that keep a player base. These are exactly the type of things that keep a player base. To be able to you know, to say, hey, look, you know, if you were around back in 2018 for the very first holiday event they ever did, you got this set of sleeves, and you know, no one else will ever be able to rock these sleeves. And even if no one uses those sleeves until next holiday event, when they have the new holiday backs, right, you'll see everyone that has been playing this for a year. One up is a term in when I was in college, we took this communication course. Guys are really prone to one-up each other. You sit around, you listen to guys talk. One will say one thing, and then one goes, yeah, well, I did this. You know, little boys are like, well, my daddy can do this. Well, my daddy can pick up a monster truck, you know. So that sort of thing, right? But you know, it's one-upping. That's the term. The other term that you might want to think about is kitchen sinking. You know, when you start bringing up things from the past and you keep throwing those into future arguments. Don't kitchen sink. That is my relationship advice for all of you. If you've already dealt with a problem, don't keep bringing that problem back up in your life. Anyway, if they would give us these type of things, even if they didn't get played all year long, and the people that had them would play them next holiday season, that would be the moment they had been waiting on all year, to bring those sleeves back out, to go, hey, yeah, well, I got the original holiday sleeves or card backs or whatever you want to call them. And I think that would be really cool if Magic will do that. If they will do that with Arena, if they will give personalized pets, like we see the little scorpion run across, even the little holiday snowman that can sit there on the side of your board and you can click him or your opponent can click him and make his head fall off. That would be absolutely great. I would love to have that little snowman and be able to place it on any of my maps and to be able to see it when my opponent is clicking and playing with my snowman. That would be awesome. It's like, he likes the snowman, right? Even if, I mean, you can look into it a little bit more than that. Like, you know, these are ways to distract your opponent from play and things like that. I'm just knocking the head off this snowman. But unfortunately, from the way I can see it, it doesn't look like you can see what the opponent is doing with the pets and things like that. But I think that these are all things that if Magic would work on, it would create a more, you know, MMO style atmosphere. They did say that a friends list is coming. That the reason we only have, you know, direct challenge right now is because that's what they needed to get out quicker. That's what they needed to be able to do in order to start having events, was to be able to get the direct challenges out. And now they're going to go back and work on friends list and things of that nature. So I'm assuming that more and more things are coming down the pipeline, and I'm excited. But if they treat this, you know, the pets, the card backs, and, you know, maybe even, you know, the board you're on, if you're playing first, you're on whatever board I have picked, you know, that sort of thing. I think that would be a lot of good. So I think it would be good. I think it would be really, really good for the game. I think it would be really good for the atmosphere. It will not actually affect how someone actually plays the game, what cards they use, that sort of thing. But what it will affect is how they connect with Magic Arena, how they connect with the account that they're building. You know, I've played a lot of MMOs in my life. I've played a lot of games where, you know, as you're playing that character, you really, really build and you connect with the experiences that character has gained. You know, like you'll go back and you'll remember, you know, the first time that we killed a Nixia. Oh, it was so amazing. And, you know, I got, you know, this or that off of it. You know, I got a cloak that no one else had ever seen before in my guild, and even though we're 3 expansions past that and that cloak isn't worth a flip, I still transmog it on my character because I love it. And those small connections, those are the things that are really going to, like, really bring people into the game and hook them. And I think we need it. So, can we get chat and better direct challenge before sleeves and pets, please? I don't care what order it comes in as long as it all comes. You know what I'm saying, Jank? I don't think that we're going to have chat. I just don't. I think that they went through a line of, these are the things we'll allow people to say to each other without having chat, and that's why we have, you know, you pick to say this, or this, you know, that sort of thing. I don't think that we're going to have chat, and I'm okay. I'm kind of okay with that. I would like a couple more emote options than just thinking. Nice, good game. Like, you can't even say thank you, right? Like, when, like, you get a combo off. I was watching Joey Moss play some Magic the other day. Possibly yesterday. I think it might have been yesterday. He was playing with the Famished Paladin combo we played with, you know, ages back, right? I was watching Joey Moss play with that, and Joey Moss, he got the Bad Boy Gaming. If you guys don't know who Joey Moss is, go check him out. Bad Boy Gaming. He's pretty cool. Anyway, you know, his opponent was saying nice when he was getting the combo off. And he wasn't, like, the best thing, like, only thing he could do was just click nice back or good game. I mean, he couldn't say thank you or anything like that. And I don't know. So personally, Rocker, Jank, you guys are asking about chat. I think that if there is going to be chat, it needs to be friend only, right? Like, if the person's not on your friends list, you can't chat to them or something like that. Other than that, let's just keep it in game. Just because I think that that'd be better for the company side of things. Like as far as wizards go, they'll have to police so much less if like you have mutual invite, mutual friendships. So you just can't have one person like I've got you on my friends list, but you don't have me on your friends list, and you don't know that I'm following you, which is pretty big in Xbox right now. But I don't think that that would be really great as far as just having like just open chat in game, because you got a lot of people out there that just get mad and they're like, oh my god, you playing this net deck, you piece of crap, yeah, and that sort of thing. Or you couldn't play a real deck, you couldn't build your own deck if you wanted to, that sort of thing. Like, people say that crap, right? There's a lot of people out there that just get mad. They just don't like things. They don't like losing. And the thing about Magic is every time you sit down, somebody's going to lose. And a lot of people don't like losing. I don't like losing. So, you think Marcus is wrong, just saying. All right, we'll talk about the image there in just a moment. But it looks like Niv Mizzet looking into a seeing glass and seeing himself. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I think that they're going to need to give that personalization to the accounts in order to really hook people and keep people into the game and make it worth it that we did things. So, do you know the way? All right. So, what do you guys think is in this art? Right? What is going on with Niv Mizzet right here? Is he not looking into? He's looking into a scrying pool and seeing himself under the water. Maybe he's duplicating himself in another realm, and that's researching for him, getting an extra 4,000 IQ. I don't know. You think it looks like a dragon necromonicon? Okay. So what's the necromonicon look like? All right, well, chat got away from me. Necromonicon, I don't know. I think he's just looking at like some kind of scrying pool or something like that. Yes, it's about some type of research or something like that. What I'm most curious about is why this doesn't go all the way up his face, right? Like, why doesn't that go to the top of, like, it just kind of stops at his forehead. You can see his horns coming out above it. Like, I'm curious at what that I'm curious at what that is. But you also see the bubbles right there on his face. So it makes me think that it's underwater or something like that. Like, why would you have the bubbles if it wasn't underwater? So, who's the fairest of them all? Well, Skylar, Niv Mizzet's the fairest of them all. Of course. You definitely have some lore to catch up on now. I think we all got a lot of lore to catch up on. I haven't listened to any of the Firemines or of the Guilds of Ravnica lore. I was kind of hoping to just sit down and hit it all at one time as like a nice book, but don't ruin your fun. It's the bubbles, man. The bubbles give it away. He's looking at a scrying pool, right? Niv and Zagana are going to disappear, then come back and save the day at the last minute in the third set. The last minute, the last hour, right? Well, guys, that's going to do it for tonight's stream. Thank you for helping me test out all the new features and things like that. I am going to be looking into why donations and things like that didn't pop up. But for those of you that hung out with me for 2 hours of nothing, I appreciate it, man. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy these community streams where we just hang out and do whatever. So maybe the book is in a pool. You keep stretching there, Marcus. You keep stretching. You'll be right eventually in one form or another. And even if you're wrong, you can be right in your head, buddy. You got this. You got this. You have the power. Paint your own reality. Paint your own reality. It goes for all things, people. Paint your own reality. My name's Eric. You've been watching Sideboard MTG here on YouTube Gaming. Had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. And we'll see you next time.